Hello guys, I hope wherever you're watching us from, you're having a great time. This is AfriPost and welcome to today's video. Now, what is the place of religion in Africa? This is a question that many Africans are continuing to ask because if you look at recent revelations about how religion was used by the colonialists to really implement their agenda in the African continent and also have the African people developed in a certain way, this is something that has really disturbed most of African people. And many of them are coming out to speak about what they have learned. There is this preacher from South Africa that really spoke sense in what Christianity has been in Africa and how the Bible was used as a weapon for colonization in the continent. I want us to listen to this speech before I really give you any opinion that I have about the discussion that he's having here. Let's watch it, then react to it at the end.
Letter by King Leopold II. And he said, make these black people, tell them, Hori, it is difficult for a rich man to go to heaven. It is like a camel going through a needle's eye. And that's what you must indoctrinate them with. Indoctrinate them. Tell them it is okay, or they can struggle and suffer here on earth. Tell them they must not mind to struggle and suffer here on earth, because in heaven they will walk on the streets of gold. Tell them that the gold which is here on earth is worthless. I'm saying this to open your mind for the damage that is in the mind of the black person was crafted, it was designed from the church pulpit. And that is why I also use the church pulpit to address and reverse the damage that is in the minds of black people. And everything what I'm going to say now, you can verify. You can go home and Google it and you will verify it. I'm not talking something that is undocumented. I'm talking historical facts. I'm not talking fiction here. I'm talking historical facts. What was the role of the Christian church in the destruction, enslavement, exploitation, and marginalization of black people? Pope Nicholas V, a Roman Catholic Church Pope in the 14th century, is the one who said, I'm talking about the Pope, he gave permission that black people can be enslaved, made to be slaves. And the justification he gave was that black people are at the level of animals. They do not have a soul. So he gave authorization for the enslavement, exploitation, lynching, raping, and destruction of black people. That's when it started by Pope Nicholas V. Where did it come from? It came from a church. The strongest church in the world at that time being the Roman Catholic Church. A white pope said you are an animal. I'm talking about your ancestors. It started in the church. Secondly, King Leopold II. Now, you can go and Google the letter of King Leopold II. King Leopold II sent missionaries missionaries to the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, as it is known today. What were they going to do there? They were going to inflict damage in the minds of people. And what he said was that don't teach these people about God, they already know God. Don't teach these people about right and wrong, they already know that the difference between right and wrong. And just said, give them the Bible in such a way that they take the Bible so seriously that they forget about themselves.
Now that is such an eye-opening speech by that preacher, because I think he's really understood what the Bible was meant to achieve in Africa, because most of this religion that we hold right now, it's not like Africa did not have its religion or even religious beliefs before the white man came with the Christianity. They have come here and they have taught us that Jesus was white and everything that was happening was whitewashed, that even religion, we were baptized and given the white man's names. We were robbed of our names, robbed of our culture, robbed of our religion, and robbed of everything that held African identity. Right now, they're promoting their Christianity that has a lot of Western ideas. For me, I'm called Victor, but Victor is not an African name. That is a Westernized name. And we have been told that when we are baptized, we are given these kind of names. And also look at the names in the Bible. Most of them that are there, they are not African names. So as an African, you ask yourself, where is your place in the Bible? Because if it is about a white person, everything that is in the Bible seems to really talk about a white man. But then where is the place of the black person? Because we are also humans. And if God that we worship, all of us, is one and loving to every human creature that he created, then he should also have an identity with us. This is the truth, that the white man came and corrupted and changed everything about it. They now believe that Jesus was white, but Russia's recent opening of the vault that they opened has revealed that Jesus was indeed not a white person, but a black person, having been born in the northeastern part of Africa. You know that the Middle Eastern region that is called the Middle East is really not a Middle East, but it is part of Africa that has been separated by a man-made Suez Canal. So this whole is part of Africa, but because of the things and the interests that they wanted to have, they have changed that part, so it's not part of Africa. But originally, as you look at it, you would understand that that is also part of Africa. Another thing here is the fact that we are being told that we as black people should be happy and hope that we shall have a better life in heaven and not here. That is what the preacher is kind of revealing there. So he's telling us that the white man came, used the Bible, tortured us, captured our minds, changed our narrative and changed our story as black people. Then they started to really own everything about us. This truly is not the case. I think all of us as people, all of us as human beings, we must identify with the God that we know. As Africans, we had our beliefs that we had. Look at how they came to Africa. They came with the Bible and they also came with a gun. On the other side, they were killing our people, they were killing our great men, they were killing our great warriors. But also on another side, they were coming with the Bible to pacify us and to tell us that be happy when someone hits you on one cheek, be ready to turn the other cheek, because you are not supposed to be defensive in any way. That is the kind of Christianity that they are promoting in Africa. They don't want Africans to really rise up as they should be. I don't know what to think about this topic, but for me, I think Africa has learned that it is waking up, and it is waking up quite fast. And the white man will not have any space to continue peddling their lies and to continue selling their narrative to the African people. Africans have known that they have been denied their religion, they've been denied their rights, and everything about them has been changed. We as a people must come and accept that we must embrace our identity as we are, and we must also understand the fact that God that we worship was also worshipped by our ancestors. So we must identify with that God that we worship. We must have a belief that is really representative of who we are, not a belief that is imported from somewhere. Let's have our names as African people represented as it should be, not as they tell us to be. Because you wonder, you're baptized, you're given a Western name and not an African name. And they tell you that the name that you have is not really a good name. So this is something that is really disheartening, if you ask me, because as an African, I should be proud of who I am, and we should be allowed to be proud of who we are. But then the white guys, they don't think that we should be free from this kind of information that they are passing it to us. Tell me in the comment section what you think about this topic. And if you're watching us for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and also share. Thank you, and may the good Lord bless you. Goodbye.